Welcome back to Sports City Extra. We had a short break before, and let us now shift our gears to EPL because we really don't have a lot of time with us. And please continue sending in your opinion, and me as your host as we continue, so just send in your opinion. On Sunday it was a very exciting game because it was Brentford and Nottingham Forest, and the match was really good. Do you think Brentford can be relegated or it will improve? What do you think? What do you think about Brentford moving forward?
First of all, I would say Brentford is a good team overall. It has a lot of key players that are good players that can help push the team forward. Let's say the driving force of Brentford is their captain, Ivan Toney, who was banned from football and all sporting activities for around 8 months. And those 8 months, the captain came and scored a goal against Nottingham Forest. He had promised to score that goal in a press conference before the match started. So I will say Brentford is a good team. Beating Nottingham Forest is not easy for Brentford, but they managed to do that. And I will give much credit to their captain because being out for 8 months, then coming back and scoring, I think Brentford is a good team. I remember Brentford sometimes stops Manchester City and the likes of Liverpool, Arsenal. I think that team is not easy to be relegated. It will take time for them to be relegated, but I think if they continue to fight, they can at least be in the top 10 of the Premier League.
Okay. Thank you very much. I know today we are happy because you've supported Arsenal with Jeff, and all other people are happy because Arsenal really scored. But that is fine. But remember, it will be a repetition of last time. Arsenal can never take the cup, whatever it will happen. But let us appreciate and really give them their flowers because they have lost for the previous games. They have lost, but right now we can see Arsenal really coming back because it was a 5-0 against Crystal Palace. I know Crystal Palace has been a weaker team than Arsenal, but what do you think about Arsenal really revamping? Do you think it will come back to the top 4, or they will come back against Liverpool? They will come following Liverpool. Do you think Arsenal it has that opportunity to revamp its winning strides?
First of all, I will say Arsenal is a better team. The coach, the staff, and the players are fantastic. What I will say about Arsenal is that they went to Dubai for a 1-week training session. So I think that was one area where they improved. Remember, previously Arsenal were deteriorating. They were not scoring goals. They were just playing with the ball in the box. They were not doing anything that can help them at least score goals. They were creating chances in the box. They were doing everything in the box, touches, but there was no goal. But I think their rise again started when they went for a training camp in Dubai, and they came back strong. You see, everyone now at Arsenal has started scoring goals. Gabriel Magalhaes is a defender, but he's scoring. See, Trossard is scoring. Martinelli scored a brace that day. So I will say that if Arsenal continue with the same spirit, continue believing in the squad and believe that they can win anything, I think Arsenal is still a better side. They are now third in the group. They are tying points with Manchester City, who are the second in the group. Liverpool, Arsenal are just 5 points behind Liverpool, who are the leaders. So I will say if Arsenal continue with the fighting spirit, they can at least do something. And remember, in this window, January window, if they bring in someone, let's say another midfielder, another striker, Arsenal will be a better side more than how they are now.
I have one question. What if Arsenal scored if they start losing again, do you think Arsenal is going back to Dubai for another training?
There I would say, I think Arsenal players, they have fatigue. You see a player like Declan Rice, Martin Odegaard and Bukayo Saka have been playing all the games. William Saliba, those players, they never have a rest because after the game there's training, there's all those in preparation for the next match. So I think Arsenal, if they have a squad rotation and routine, so that Bukayo Saka does not start all the games, Declan Rice and all those other players does not start all the matches, I think they will be given ample time for resting and at least they can do something. I think at Arsenal, things that are making them to underperform is resting time. They are not given much resting time, and that can, if they are given resting time, that can at least help push them forward.
Okay, thank you very much for your opinion. If that is true and if that is what will happen, the Brentford against Nottingham Forest 3-2 and Arsenal 5 against Crystal Palace. Now, if you missed, just watch the game.
Fantastic header from Gabriel. Poor clearance by Say. Luckily it was straight at Rye, who was able to... Comprehensive win for the Gunners, 4-0. In the matter of minutes, and Arsenal have scored 5. That's embarrassing for Crystal Palace. They've completely switched... Palace. They've completely switched off.
I hope you've enjoyed the action that really happened on the weekend. The favorites were Arsenal, and the last week it was a very stressful week, but right now after their training and their camp in Dubai, you can see the fans for Arsenal are very happy and the players are really revamped and they're very energized to go back to the field. Now on the other match, Sheffield United against West Ham, I don't know what happened because it was an a draw of 2-2, and my concern has been on West Ham's camp because they tried to improve, but Sheffield is not a very strong team. As you can see, it's on the bottom of the league, and their coach, what do you think about West Ham and the game of Sheffield United?
In my opinion, I will say that West Ham have been having black players in their squad. Let's say the likes of Mohamed Kudus. And you see those Kudus, they travel to Africa for the African Cup of Nations. So I think lacking those players, lacking those key players in that match really costed them. Because you see, West Ham started to score, then again, Sheffield United equalized. Then when they added, West Ham added the second goal, then Sheffield United again equalized in the last minute. So I will say that if West Ham had all their key players in the match, especially Kudus, you see how he's performing here in Africa. So if he was there present, if he was in the match, I think the result would have changed. West Ham would have scored even more. And that game, I think Sheffield United really tried so hard to at least get a point, because Sheffield United is among the last teams on the EPL table. So I think they had a fighting spirit, because drawing against West Ham 2-2 is not easy. And West Ham, the key point for their draw is the departure of their players to play in the AFCON. I think really costed West Ham those 3 points.
Thank you. And I know for the Africans, we have to really defend our countries and really represent our country. So it was a worry for West Ham, but for them losing those 3 points, it was important for Sheffield to win. Now to other matches. Liverpool against. I hope Liverpool this time round will take the match, because Man City have been taking the match the cup for a long time, and I think Liverpool leading the table right now, it is really good. But I'm not sure about Man City, because Liverpool has the confidence. Salah is not there, but you can see Liverpool really winning. Salah has been representing Africa right now, but they are not really dependent on Salah, because even if Salah is out, the same way Liverpool is still winning. So, do you think this year they can take the cup? Bournemouth has beaten Man City before, but you see Liverpool thrashing Bournemouth all those goals. What do you think about that?
I will say that first of all, I will not give much credit to Liverpool, because first of all, everyone expected Liverpool to win, because playing against Bournemouth and let's say Bournemouth, even Bournemouth, most of the players are African. They are black Africans that have come to represent their various countries in the ongoing AFCON matches. So I will say that if you rate Liverpool and Bournemouth, I will say Liverpool could win the match easily. But one thing I will say about the game is that Bournemouth were reluctant. They didn't defend very well. They allowed a lot of spaces, even if they lacked their key players who are here in Africa. But I will say that if Liverpool can continue with the same spirit and try to beat other top teams like Arsenal, Tottenham, and Manchester City, and then I will give them a higher chance, a good chance of winning the EPL. But you see, the EPL now, the winner is undecided, because you see the gap between the first three teams is only 5 points, because Manchester City and Arsenal are all time in points, 43. Then Liverpool are leading the table with 48 points. So you see the gap between the first three teams is just 5 points. And Manchester City have a game in hand. If they win that game in hand, it means they move to 46 points. So it will be a difference of 2 points between the two teams. So if Liverpool slide just in one match and then Manchester City win, it means Manchester City will be going on the top of the table. So I will say that Liverpool, Manchester City, Arsenal, they are the top teams, but the winner is just undecided. So I will not give Liverpool a straight chance of winning the EPL, but I'll give them, let's say, 50%, because Manchester City is there, and you see when Manchester City sees the cup, when it goes to top of the table, it sees the cup that is coming, and it is so hard. It is so hard to overcome City when they are leading the table. So it is the work of the Liverpool to stay there, to stay firm, so that at least they can win if they want to win. But if they just slide at least, let's say in one match, and Man City goes there up, it will be gone and gone forever. Yeah.
Okay, I agree with you, and let us see the second leg how it happened, because Man City and Liverpool, the matches against Man City and Liverpool won, and what happened on West Ham, 2-2 draw, and Bournemouth and Liverpool 4-0 draw, and also, so let us take a look at what happened on the weekend on those matches.
One was fired in this time, and it was Alisson Becker who had to be alive.
Now you've seen, and I hope you've enjoyed what happened on those matches, because those were big teams. Liverpool against Bournemouth, Arsenal, it was 5, and I hope as the gap between Liverpool, Man City and Arsenal will be closed on the second leg. But I doubt that Arsenal will really go all the way. But Liverpool, they have a very big opportunity, but I'm not sure, because so send in your comments, and if you agree with me. All the sports, that is all we had prepared for you today. And please remember to communicate with us and send us your opinion, and send us your favorite team and what you are supporting. Thank you very much for your valid company. You have been with me and my friend Felix. Do you have anything to say before we close the show?
I will wish all the fans a good start of the week as we wait for another weekend for football and sporting activities. Thank you so much. I've been your sports analyst, Felix MAKONA.
Thank you very much. And our sign language interpreter doing the voicing has been Gideon Minor, and myself, ELVIS ODHIAMBO. Enjoy your evening and good night. And before that, continue supporting us and stay safe. Good night and bye-bye.